Mom! Mom! Oh, there you are. We were looking all over for you.
Yes, I've just been out here reminiscing and watching the sun go down.
Having one of those "that's the way it was" moments?
I guess so. I seem to be having more and more of those as the years go by.
Well, right now you have a grandson and a granddaughter out back, and they want to show you what they've done with the homemade ice cream and whipped cream. And if I have to say so myself, it's pretty creative.
Well, knowing those two, I better get my camera out, take some pictures and make some memories, and then I can show them off to my book club. Hey, what do you got there?
A watermelon. And it gets heavier every second I try to hold on to it. I'm going to go in and cut it up. I'll save you a slice.
Okay, sounds good. I'll be right there.
All right. Hey, by the way, if you don't mind me asking, what were you thinking about?
I don't mind you asking, huh? I was thinking about your father. He got this Purple Heart for fighting in Vietnam. His dad fought in World War II.
I know. I've heard the stories.
I was always so proud of the job he did. He and his men fighting for our freedom. Your grandfather wasn't much on talking about World War II, but you could tell it meant everything to him and how they fought for our country.
You know, whenever I'm on my business trips and I see troops in the airport, I always stop and say thank you for what they're doing for us. I wish I would have said thanks to Dad.
Oh, I told him all the time. He knew. When he saw you and your brother running around in the backyard or trying to figure out what you wanted to do to college, he would smile. He smiled that smile. And I think he would just know that he fought for those things and those values.
You know, Dad would always say, you're free to be anything you want. Once you figure that out, you're free to make God famous. And then he would quote John 3:30. He must become greater, and I must become less.
Your father was the epitome of God and country.
You know, it always sounded so preachy when he would say, free to make God famous. But you know, now that I have kids of my own, I find I'm saying the same thing to them.
Huh.
It's really kind of weird.
Well, we all do that. Have you figured it out yet?
What?
How you're going to make God famous?
Well, not really, at least not all the way. I think about Dad and how much he loved me and my brother, which I'm sure was a task all by itself, but he loved you, he loved God. That's how he made God famous. If I could do an inkling of that, I'd consider myself a raging success.
I guess that's why I find myself missing him so much, especially today on the 4th. He loved this day.
It's hard not to think of him and not think of how he loved us and God and his country.
Well, he did what he set out to do. I'm going to give you this.
No, Mom, I can't take that.
It's part of his legacy. Pass it on. Let the kids know what your grandpa did.
No, you keep it, Mom.
Why don't you take that watermelon in the backyard, slice it up, and then I'll give it to you later.
Good plan.
And after you wash your hands.
Okay, well, you know I'm going to get a major ab workout if I hold on to this thing very long. Happy 4th of July, Mom.
Well, James, it's our 10th 4th of July that we aren't together. I do miss you. I would give anything right now to see you cook that hamburger glaze, which was mostly all sugar, or to see you playing in the backyard with the grandkids. I'd also give anything to see you fight back the tears as we stand on the curb at the July 4th parade. More than that, to pass by our room one last time and see you on your knees praying to God and thanking Him for the day. We are free. Free indeed.